If you want to literally force your bones to adapt and grow, you have to understand one thing: Wolff's Law. This scientific principle states that your bones adapt to the loads under which they are placed. In this video, I will tell you about 11 exercises that induce tiny microfractures in your bones. Subsequently, when combined with a proper diet, these fractures will not only heal, but also lead to an increase in bone size. I will explain exactly what is required in your diet at the end of this video. Today, we aren't just stretching, we're triggering a biological response. The high-impact triggers. 1. Basketball or volleyball. Why are basketball and volleyball players consistently tall? It's not just genetics. These sports require constant, explosive jumping. Every time you land, you create microfractures in the cortical bone. The body repairs these by making the bones stronger and larger. 2. Massai Jumps. Look at the Maasai warriors of Africa. Their traditional Adumu dance involves vertical jumping from a standing position, landing on the balls of the feet. This specific type of repetitive, high-velocity impact is a masterclass in loading the long bones of the legs. It forces the lower limbs to handle several times your body weight in a fraction of a second. 3. Skipping rope. This is the most underrated tool in your kit. Skipping isn't just cardio, it's rhythmic microloading. 10 minutes of high-intensity skipping creates thousands of tiny impact events that signal your skeletal system to harden and adapt. Spinal decompression and space. 4. Hanging. Gravity is the enemy of height. Over the course of a day, your spinal discs compress. To force growth, you need to reverse this. Active hanging from a pull-up bar allows the vertebrae to expand. It's not just about the spine. Hanging stretches the connective tissues that hold your skeleton in a clamped position. 5. Sky reaches. This is about active elongation. Stand on your tiptoes and reach as high as you can, as if you're trying to grab a ledge just out of reach. This engages the entire kinetic chain from your metatarsals up to your cervical spine. 6. Calf stretches. Tight calves pull on the heels and knees, creating a crouched skeletal tension you might not even feel. By deep stretching the gastrocnemius and soleus, you release the tension on the tibia and fibula, allowing for a more upright, elongated stance. The mechanical load. 7. Lifting, heavy loading. Wait, doesn't lifting stunt growth? Myth. Controlled, heavy lifting, like squats and deadlifts, increases growth hormone, GH, production, and IGF-1. These are the chemical messengers that tell your bones to grow. When you load your skeleton with weight, you are literally telling your brain, the current frame isn't strong enough. Build it bigger. 8. Toe touches, and 9. Cobra Stretch. We're moving into spinal flexibility. The Cobra Stretch targets the lumbar spine, reversing the slump of modern life. When you follow this with toe touches, you're lengthening the hamstrings and the posterior chain. A flexible spine is a taller spine. 10. Downward dog. This yoga staple is the ultimate all-in-one. It decompresses the spine while simultaneously stretching the hamstrings and calves. It forces the body into an inverted V, using gravity to pull the spine long, while the weight is distributed through the limbs. The building blocks. 11. Diet, the raw materials. You can't build a skyscraper without concrete. If you're triggering bone stress but not fueling it, you'll end up with stress fractures, not growth. You need calcium and vitamin D. The brick and the mortar. Vitamin K, 2. The GPS that tells calcium to go to your bones and not your arteries. Protein. 50% of your bone volume is protein. Zinc and magnesium for hormonal optimization. The conclusion. The height routine. Forcing bone growth is a 24-hour job. You trigger it with impact, jumping/lifting. You facilitate it with stretching, hanging/downward dog, and you cement it with nutrition. You won't see a change in a week, but over 6 months of consistent mechanical loading, your body has no choice but to adapt to the pressure you're putting on it. Stop waiting to grow, force the issue. Save this video to watch later and share it with your short height friends.
Like and subscribe.